We also wouldn't be here without Jose Cisneros, and I want to brag on Jose a little bit because this origin story goes back to a white paper that I was reading about a candidate at the time in 2007 by the name of Hillary Clinton. She put out about 30 things on her website, and somehow I was on the website, and I learned about this program overseas, I think in London at the time, the UK, that was initiated and then eventually defunded and abandoned. But it was something that she was promoting at the time that she wanted to take nationally. This again back in 2007. A few years later, we had a brand new treasurer in Jose Cisneros and new conversations with members of the San Francisco Board of Supervisors, and we came up with a modest idea. The new president, Barack Obama, we reached out to his Secretary of Education, Arne Duncan, and we said, Arne, would you launch this with us? It's modest, $50 per student, 18 schools, about 1,200 kids in our kindergarten. And we have a theory. This notion that once a mind is stretched, it never goes back to original form. This notion of a college savings account wasn't about $50 going to get you into college, but it was going to change the conversations around the kitchen table. And that was the theory. Fast forward, as Jose just referenced, now the data's in. We were asserting what we thought was going to be the case, but now we have the data because they just had the first graduation class about 15, 16 years later, where we were actually able to stress test those assertions. And what's remarkable, and it goes to Brad's point, is the power of compounding. This notion of these investment accounts, no longer $50. The average account was 28x larger than the initial seed account. And you saw the data in terms of not only people that began to think anew about opportunities to enter into college, but also those that were more likely to graduate as well. And so we took that framework and we brought it to the state. $25 million. I was pretty proud in 2019. I thought we were all that, Brad. I was like, this is it. First state in the country to do this. Little pilot program. We did a little UBI as well, 56 pilots on universal basic income. We were iterating. We were trying new things, new strategies, and legislature supported it broadly, but not enthusiastically necessarily. Until we, in the spirit of abundance, the spirit that defines the fourth largest economy in the world, had a few bucks in the bank. And I had a little more leverage and flexibility and decided to put in the budget $1.9 billion to commit to scaling this to 3.4 million eligible kindergartners. Not only did the legislature adopt it, but they made a commitment that continues to this day, $185 million a year that is appropriated to continue to bring in a new cohort every single year, up to $1,500 in these accounts. And so we launched this with some fanfare, but candidly, we struggled to get people to become aware of this program, to actually sign up for this program. So what Jen just referenced today is a milestone of sorts, and it's progress, but it's stubborn progress. And that's why I'm so pleased to be here with you, Brad, and to talk about the Trump accounts, because the consciousness around this program is elevated now, and it's elevated across this nation. And as a consequence of that, we're starting to see a number of people that have $1,500 sitting there for them. People are now signing in that account and stacking it with the Trump accounts, stacking it with our Hope accounts, because we also created baby bonds years ago. One of the first states to do that. Every single child born in the state of California starts with $100. And that's also something we appropriate on an annual basis. So we start stacking all of these things in the eligibility, a lot of local programs. We started San Francisco Promise here. Mark Benioff initiated in Oakland called Oakland Promise that also has baby bonds. So we have literally thousands of dollars that's sitting there waiting for people to access. But we needed something big to happen, and that's where Brad came in. Obviously, you saw his passion, but you also see his action. He's someone that gets not only the importance of this, but he gets things done. And he was able to build a bipartisan coalition. And to his credit, be able to get the President of the United States, and to his credit, the President's credit, he embraced this. And why shouldn't he? It's all about ownership. Ownership literally and figuratively. This notion that we all have skin in the game. The whole notion that, we're all better off and we're all better off. It's a foundational principle, and it's a principle that divides so much that they stress in our politics today because people just don't feel they have skin in the game. And that's why this is so important. And that's why it's so much more important than I think people fully realize. And how important Brad is in terms of his evangelical passion to get people to support this so it's sustainable and it's not looked through the prism of politics. I'm enthusiastic about encouraging people to get a Trump account. I think it's incredibly important. It's one of the best things he's done. It's one of the best things Ted Cruz has done. It's one of the best things Cory Booker has done. That we're out there promoting. It's one of the best things Micron has done. It's one of the best things those folks that cannot be named that made those private contributions have done. It's direct. It's tangible. It's results-oriented. It's not lost in bureaucracy. You can see it, taste it, feel it. You're making a difference directly to the next generation. You're giving them hope. And so we're here to encourage people to take advantage of this, to not fall prey to the politics or the cynicism or maybe even the fear that if I download a Trump account, somehow that means something. It doesn't. It just means something for your kid. It's not Trump's money. It's your child's money. And so we want to encourage everybody out there to take advantage of this program. Final point. We also want to acknowledge not only, BlackRock, thank you for your contributions, and again, Micron for their extraordinary generosity. But also, I want to thank, because we just announced, and I want to lift it up again, Google.org is also working with Invest in America, Brad and our team, to create a new platform. This will be rolling out all across the country, but to allow that stack to be easily downloaded. Simple app. You'll look at all the eligibility, pre-populated information, and you'll be able to then source all of these disparate eligibilities, local, state, and nationally. And so that, I'm very enthusiastic, is not only being worked on, but in a matter of literally weeks, we'll have the first pilot out there. I think Texas, a few other states will be shortly following up and doing their own pilots as well. So, Brad, congrats, man. This is a big damn deal, and you should be incredibly proud, and we're very, very proud of you for making this happen. Thank you, everybody.